It's time for Tennessee Prime, an inside, in-depth look at Tennessee football through the eyes of those that wear the orange and white. Fried up each week by Gus's world-famous fried chicken. Hosted by the sports animals Jason Swain and Volquest Austin Price and Brent Hubbs. Welcome to Tennessee Prime.
Welcome into Tennessee Prime. Jason Swain, I'm Austin Price. Jason, Tennessee with a big 34-27 victory, overtime victory. It was ugly at times. It was, if you had any hair and I've got just what I have left, it would be gone. The fans kind of were drugged through it. I'm sure most of them, and a lot of former Vols were thinking, oh, we've seen this movie again and again. What's going to happen? Is it going to be deja vu? No, not deja vu. Not like the bowl game. Overtime victory at Pittsburgh.
No, for sure, man. Tennessee got down early, 10-0, but it was Trayvon Flowers that made a big play that forced, Pittsburgh to relinquish the football. And, man, Tennessee was able to answer back, and then, boom, the rest is history. Had some adversity during the course of the game, but Tennessee was able to respond. And when it mattered the most, Tennessee made the play at the end to win. And also, we've seen this script, especially, in the first 45, 50 minutes where Tennessee loses at the end. But in this case, Tennessee found a way to win, and that's what good teams do. And you find different ways to win throughout the season. This was a great lesson for Tennessee. Defense really showed themselves and made some plays. I don't think we've seen Tennessee's defense pretty much carry the offense like we saw in the Pittsburgh game, but that was the case. And I think that can bode well for the confidence of the defense and the dynamic of this team as we move forward.
Yeah, 100%. I thought Tennessee won with their C-minus game. Pittsburgh was depleted, but guess what? Pittsburgh was depleted, especially in the second half, because Tennessee knocked their quarterback out because Tyler Barron was a one-man wrecking crew at points in this game. I thought it was his best game in orange. Was really, really good at that three technique. The offense had multiple opportunities in the second half, Jason, to put this thing away and not even have it go near close to overtime. Hendon Hooker, I thought, was more inaccurate, Saturday. Missed some throws that he normally makes. The offense sputtered at times, but did enough. And in the end, when they got to overtime, they put it in their best two players' hands, Hooker and Cedric Tillman, and touchdown. And then the defense goes out and gets a stop, and Tennessee's able to pull it out. So, again, on the road, picks up a win when you didn't have your best stuff. I'm going to go with still fairly impressive just based off the fact that there were a lot of teams across college football that couldn't hold serve against lesser foes at home, much less on the road.
Yeah, for sure. It's not going to be pretty all the time. I mean, it's not going to be the way you draw it up. It's not Rouse versus Air. It's not 11-0. I mean, there are going to be days where it doesn't click for you, but you still got to find a way. And we go on each day in our lives, and every day is a brand new adventure, right? There's a brand new challenge each and every day. And so there's some days we wake up and we're not feeling it. So you can't expect for a football team to play the same way each and every day from week 1 into week 12. So this team just found a way to win, and that's what it's about, AP. Your big-time players made plays when it mattered most. You mentioned Tillman. Also, Hendon Hooker, he bounced back. But a guy like Trayvon Flowers, who had some up and downs during the game, but boom, he makes a play at the end to, force Pittsburgh to have to throw the ball from the 30-yard line at 4th and goal. So as a coach, you tell the guys, hey, no matter what happens, good or bad, snap, clear, play the next play, keep playing because you never know what the next play might entail, and maybe that play is a player that wins the game. And so kudos to these guys, man, because they continued to fight. And I thought they were going to bury Pittsburgh there in the third quarter, but, boy, it was the opposite. But in the fourth quarter, hey, man, that's why you throw the fours up, because it's time to lock in, it's time to focus, it's time to make plays when it matters most.
Yeah, they had multiple opportunities to pull away in that third quarter and just not able to get it done. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, Gus's Fried Chicken. They're world famous for a reason. Get down to Sutherland Avenue and check them out if you haven't. And if you've not been there in a while, get down there. That fried chicken, whoo, man. Then they got catfish. Like the catfish, something that not a whole lot of people talk about because everybody talks about the chicken, but don't sleep on the catfish. Now, coming up on this show, just in about 5 minutes, we'll take our first break. And after that break, we'll be joined by Tennessee talented playmakers Kamal Hadden and Jalen Hyatt as they will hop on the show with us this week. Kamal had another solid game, a couple of PBUs, and then Jalen Hyatt led the team in receptions with 11. Really had a nice game, just kind of as a stick mover for Tennessee. First down after first down, 8-9 yards a pop. Just kind of was taking what Pittsburgh was giving them and had some big catches there when Tennessee needed it most. So the Tennessee receiving corps, he called it the best in the league earlier today when he met with the media. We'll kind of dive more into that coming up here when they join the show after that first break. But Tennessee plays Akron this week, Jason, a game that, Tennessee's a 50-point favorite. And, that seems kind of steep no matter what, no matter who you're playing. But it's going to be hard not to look ahead to Florida. Every kid was asked about, the Gators. Every coach was asked about the Gators, or looking back to Pittsburgh. Nobody's really talking about Akron at this point. It's that proverbial trap game. Now, the Vols aren't going to lose, but could they, kind of sleepwalk in and have a lackluster performance? That's possible. How as a former player, how did you stay locked in for what was a lesser opponent?
I mean, I treated it as an opportunity to get some stats. Now, I'm not going to have 11 catches like Jalen Hyatt or 18 targets, like Tillman. But, man, I saw it as an opportunity to make some plays, man, and get some numbers because there were so many receivers that were rotating in and out. It wasn't like it is right now where you're just rolling with 3 or 4 and you're going to be out there. So I saw it as an opportunity to say, hey, man, I'm going to pad my stats, go make some plays. But as a team, it is hard. I mean, as a coach, it's different getting up for Florida than it is getting up for an Akron. And Ball State's different because that was the first game, right? Night game, electricity, just happy to play somebody else besides yourself during fall camp. This is going to be a different challenge, AP. This is a game where you want to get a lot of players in. And the question is, when do you get Hendon Hooker out of there? Because he's going to have to be used in a running game, I think, moving forward. And you want to make sure that he's healthy and ready to go next week against Florida.
Yeah, that's right. You want Joe Milton to play a lot. You want guys like that guy right there, Jimmy Holiday. You want to continue to build the rotation. Tennessee kind of played with 3 receivers on Saturday. Jimmy Callaway got, two snaps, and then Ramel Keaton got like 6. Outside of that, it was Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman, and Brew McCoy. And so, you want to kind of continue to build depth. And, this is a game you do it in. The question is can any of those players do enough in this one game to show the coaching staff that they warrant more playing time a week from now? Because, coaches are all kind of creatures of habit. They fall into, who they can trust and, who's not going to make the mistakes and those type of things. And so it will be interesting to kind of see how that shakes out. Guys like Tyree West can maybe earn more playing time. Does Josh Josephs, who, flashed in game 1, does he reemerge in game 3 now after not playing last week? Elijah Herring got in for a couple of snaps at linebacker last week, but does he get more play? And then, of course, Juju Mitchell should be back this week after being out the first couple of games. I think it's important to really get him a lot of work this week. To me, he's the one guy you don't worry about getting too much work because he's not played the first 2. You need him to knock off the rust and knock it off fast.
I think the only thing you can really learn about guys playing against Akron is, are you lining up right? Are you mentally focused? Are you carrying out your responsibilities without mental bust? I think from a prove it to the coach's standpoint, that's going to be done in practice, man. The one-on-one battles that you have in practice, let's look at Kamal Hadden and Jalen Hyatt. Hyatt's best competition is going to be in practice this week. It ain't going to be against Akron. Let's just keep it real. It's going to be in practice throughout the week. And so if you want to play more, you feel like you didn't play a lot against Pittsburgh, Well, you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to prove to the coaches that you can win, that you can be trusted. If you just look at what they do in the game against Akron, come on, AP. Everybody should go out there and make plays. 50-point favorite for a reason. Let's keep it real here.
No, you're exactly right. You know, that line is so steep, 50 points. I mean,
I ain't touching it either.
Tennessee can win this game 70-0, Jason, and I am not touching that. It's just so big, man.
Yeah.
So big. Yeah. So big. All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Kamal Hadden, and we'll be joined by Jalen Hyatt. You're listening to Tennessee Prime, both on the Volquest YouTube channel and on 99.1 The Sports Animal in Knoxville.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game, it's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
And welcome back into Tennessee Prime on this Tuesday night. Tennessee and Akron coming up Saturday, 7 o'clock. That game will be played over at Neyland Stadium, Tennessee's second home game of the season. Let's bring in our two special guests of the evening, the Vols for this show, that being wide receiver Jalen Hyatt and defensive back Kamal Hadden. Guys, welcome to the show. And, you know, Jason, when you look at these two young men, they've had very, very important plays the first couple of weeks. Kamal had the pick in game one, had a couple of PBUs in game two. Jalen, as we talked about in the opening segment, had 13 or 14 targets, caught 11 passes against Pittsburgh, and a lot of them were big catches in the second half.
No, for sure, man. Two guys that in 2 games they either had an interception or a touchdown. And you speak about Hyatt had 13 targets, 11 catches. Kamal Hadden had his hands all over the ball against Pittsburgh. Welcome, guys. What's up, man? Y'all doing all right? How's it feel to be 2-0?
What's up, man? It feel good. But we got to keep going and get ready for the real deals.
Yeah,
Right.
it feels good. We just got to keep going.
Jalen, you met with the media today. You told us that you feel like that you all are the best wide receiving core in the league. What makes you feel that way? Where's the confidence come from with this group, and why do you feel that way?
Just the people that we have in the receiver room. I feel like we probably with Sampson, we probably have the best receiver in the country. And then when you add Brew and you add everybody else who can compete, who's hungry, I really believe we have the best receiver core in the league. And for us, we just have to continue doing what we're doing and keep making plays when Hook throws the ball to us, and we just got to keep executing.
Hyatt, when did it click for you, man? When did it click? I mean, you got a chance to play last year and see guys like Velus Jones and Javonte Payton put in that work. You saw Tillman put in that work during the summer and saw how they were able to produce last season. But for you, when did it click? When you said, "Hey, that's me. I can be that player or even better." When did it click for you?
I'll say it clicked to me really right after the bowl game. I had some technique issues I had to work on that I couldn't work on during the season. And I knew I had to work on the offseason, especially with Velus Jones leaving. So I knew it was a big opportunity for me, and I just want to take advantage of all the opportunities I have. So I just, for me, I just want to be the best player I can be, and I just got to continue doing what I'm doing.
Kamal, you had the big pick in game 1. Last week, a couple of PBUs had Jeremy Banks not got his hand on that one pass. I think you might have had your second pick in as many games. Just kind of take me through the confidence you're rolling with right now. You missed most of fall camp, but it seems like that, when you step out there, you feel like you can stop any receiver in front of you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The confidence, that's never been really, a factor for me. Even when I wasn't being on the field, I always believe when I'm on the field and I'm between the lines, like that I can get this guy, or more times than not, I'm going to get this guy. So it's just, right now I can't be too high, but can't be too low, and just trying to keep the same intensity and keep the same level of play week in and week out. Because, that's the biggest thing with me is just the consistency, being able to hold this play at a consistent level. That's what they've been preaching to me. So that's all I'm trying to focus on right now is just being consistent and being the same guy every day.
Jalen mentioned the fact that, he believes that this is the best receiver core in the country. Well, Kamal, you go up against these guys each and every day. How has your work against the receivers prepared you in your mind for this season and help sharpen, your axe?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Really, yeah, like going against Cedric, Tillman every day. He was actually one of the first receivers that ever, went up top of me in practice early last year. And it kind of humbled me a little bit because, I got the confidence. So it kind of made me be like, I got to step it up, and just every day going against, like guys like Hyatt and Mel and Brew and all those guys. It just makes you bring that level of play and that technique every play, and it teaches you the repetition and teach you the consistency. And like I said, it just teaches you the consistency of bringing a tech and playing with good tech against a good receiver. So it helps you a lot because in the game it's easy, like because you're going against guys that just not on the same level. So it's kind of like practice just with a lot of fans.
Coming up in segment 3, we will take questions and comments from people on the live chat, but that's in the next segment. We'll continue with this segment, guys. Kamal, you're from up in Michigan, and Jalen, you're from South Carolina. What did you guys realistically know about Tennessee before they started recruiting you, and then 2, even once they started recruiting you, how quick did you understand the history, the tradition, the vol walk, the running through the tee, all of the stuff that you guys do every Saturday now?
I really found out. I didn't find out actually until like the first game day. Like the vol walk and just I knew of the T, like how powerful it meant when I got to campus, but like it really showed me like when all the fans and everybody would be like, "Go Vols," and then like one time I didn't say it back and they were like looking at me crazy. So I'm like, they taught me early, like, you know, when somebody say "Go Vols," you gotta say it back, and just everybody around was like so nice and so like cool and genuine, knowing that I'm on the football team and stuff like that. It got to me early that, you know, this is a real tradition. And then like the Vol Walk, it let me know like this is a real thing. You know, that's something to look for. That's a big part of game day, and it's just something to be a part of. You know, on game day, it's something great. So I found out real early.
Yeah, and for me, you know, I'll say it was a little different for me. You know, I was very close with T. Martin, you know, previous coaching staff who was here, and you know, when I came in, it was COVID year, so you know, we didn't get experience. You know, as far as the Vol Walk and as far as kneeling just on Saturdays. So it's really last year is probably the first time I actually got to experience the scenery as far as like checkerboard and what the fans, you know, how they come prepared and how the 100,000 come. It just changed everything. So I'm very happy about what my decision was coming here, and I wouldn't change it.
You two guys got pretty cool journeys. Kamal, Michigan, Big Ten country, going to JUCO, going to Auburn, and then boom, you're here. And you're making plays on national television in a key game between two ranked teams. And Jalen, you know, your process is cool too. I mean, you were committed to Virginia Tech, and then boom, you're here at Tennessee. You went through a coaching change, and a lot has changed for you guys. And you know, you didn't come this far to just come this far. I know you just 2-0. A lot of football be played, but do you guys get a chance to kind of sit back and go, "Wow, man, look at all the progress I've made." Looking forward to going even further, but man, I came a long way.
Yeah,
go ahead. You got it.
You got it.
Y'all gentlemen.
We got a standoff. Jalen, you go, then Kamal.
All right. I mean, you know, for me, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I forgot.
Kamal kind of messed me up.
Your journey, man. I mean, you guys have had a long journey. You know, you didn't come in and just play as true freshmen and ball out as true freshmen. You know, it's been a journey. It's been adversity, it's been up and down. But you know, you guys are here now. And a couple of days ago, y'all made plays on national television in a top 25 matchup. So, do you get a chance to really just reminisce and think about and reflect on the journey, even though you know you got a lot more ways to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna reflect the journey and look back, you know, once I do all the things I want to do as far as with football. You know, right now I just want to stay hungry, you know, even with how the season's going right now, you know, it's making all of us even hungrier, you know. So there's no time to look back. There's no time to see, you know, how did I get here? You know, why am I here? You know, it's no time for that for me. You know, I just want to keep going and keep continuing what I'm doing. And, you know, I'll look at all that, you know, once I do everything I want to do as far as football.
And yeah, with me, I'm a little different. You know, like really before a lot of games, most games, you know, I look back, you know, I go back to pictures and just everything and to see like, you know, how far I came and really tell myself like, you know, you deserve to be here. You work to be here. Now go show everybody else, you know, that I deserve to be here, you know, and show them that journey. And that's where I feel like the intensity and, you know, my smack talking come from a little bit, just cause, you know, I work so hard to get here. Like, you know, these guys been here, you know, 4 years. You know, when I was in junior college, I was watching these same guys I'm playing with, or I was watching the guys that I'm playing against when I was in junior college. So, you know, that gives me a little edge to go harder, you know, just to play harder, just, you know, knowing that I came from, you know, zero, you feel me? So that really gives me an edge and gives me to go harder at times when, you know, I'm at the stage and when I'm at the game.
Both of you are hungry. Speaking of hungry, don't forget to go check out our presenting sponsor, Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken on Sutherland Avenue. It's a favorite spot of Kamal's.
Yeah.
When you look back at the game last week against Pittsburgh, what are you two most proud of? Jalen, we'll start with you then, Kamal, but what are you two most proud of from that game?
I'll say just as far as, you know, how we came out first series and second series and the third series, it wasn't what we wanted. And when you have struggles as an offense, the only thing you can get out of a slump is you have to make plays. And at the same time, we all have to be on the same page. I felt like there were some times at the beginning of the game we weren't on the same page, and I want to credit Kamal and them and the defense for holding us down, because we know what our defense is capable of. What they showed, we knew they can do that every day. But for us, for offensive wise, we had some struggles at the beginning, and we came in halftime and changed some things up as far as what looks we were getting from Pitt. So I'm very proud of how we bounced back, and with the struggles that we had, I'm proud that what we have done to keep going in that game and keep pushing to get the win.
Yeah, with me, first thing with the whole team, just being able to stay together and stay, hungry. Like last year at times we were in those type of situations. There was a lot of, back and forth and, conflict. And I feel like you could just feel it. We never thought, we never panicked, or the team never thought, the game was out of our hands. We always knew we were still in striking distance as long as we held up, and then the second thing is with the defense, knowing we had to hold up. We seen how it was going, and we all told ourselves, like, right there, we linked up as a defense on the sideline and told ourselves, like, if they don't score, they don't win, So that was a real staple, just showing that we can do it and showing, everybody that we can play defense here too. We got a great offense, but we can play defense too. So that was a real big thing, just everybody sticking together and playing together as a unit, not just the defense, the whole team, even when the offense wasn't on. They came back and got on, and then we put together a good half as a whole team, and then, everything came together and we got the win.
I got a question for each one of y'all, different question, but first, with you, Hyatt, a lot of balls that you caught over the summer on the jug machine. Man, give the people a number, maybe per week, per month. You have a total number of balls that you've caught on the jug machine. Heard it was massive.
Yeah, this summer I just try to, just all the things that happened last year. I just try to stay in the facility, and just keep working. And I think the number was about 15,000 catches. But that I need to do that every year. Just with my freshman year and how my sophomore year went, I just wasn't hungry. And it changed my mindset. It changed really everything for me. And now this is all I think about. I love this game. So I probably got around 15,000 catches. But like I said, I just got to continue growing and continuing getting better. There's a lot of things I still need to work on.
Yeah, sure, man. That made
I
me
can
happy.
vouch for that too. I seen them in there a lot catching jugs.
Yeah, man. I got eyes everywhere. I don't use in there catching. That makes me happy right there, man. I'm so happy for you. Come on, man. What was it like playing DB and watching your boys? I mean, just smack the Pittsburgh quarterback over and over and over and over. Oh my goodness, man. What was that like for you, just from your point of view, playing DB, playing corner?
Yeah, it was really exciting because, like if they hit the quarterback, they don't have time to throw it. So it's really making me, making my job easier. So I'm just telling, Tyler and BY and all those guys, keep doing it. The faster y'all get there, the less time I got to cover. So y'all doing me a big favor, and, everything's working out. So I was real happy. I didn't really, I was paying attention to it, but it kind of hit me like the third quarter. I'm like, wow, the quarterback, when Tyler slammed him, I'm like, he kind of messed up. And that's when I started paying attention more, and like, they don't have time. So I tightened up more, and I just, start using different leverages and stuff like that of my technique to help with that, with the pass rush we was getting. So it was real fun.
All right, let's take us a break, Jason. Get your questions in during the break. And when we come back, we're going to ask the guys some of the viewer questions. You're listening to Tennessee Prime on the Sports Animal and on Volquest on YouTube. Remember, Volquest, just $1 for 1 year, the new On3 special as we move over to On3. We'll be right back.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game, it's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
And welcome back into Tennessee Prime on this Tuesday evening. Alongside Jason Swain, I'm Austin Price, joined by two very special guests tonight. Jalen Hyatt, Kamal Hadden joining the show. And it's time to go to my favorite part of the show because it's that interactive part of the show where you get to see how the fans interact with Kamal and Jalen. And we'll start with Mark Jones, who asks, guys, who is your favorite ball legend? So your favorite VFL, and why is that person your favorite VFL? Jalen, we'll start with you.
Oh man, VFL. Start with Kamal. And then
all right, Kamal.
My favorite VFL, man, is I recently just got on him because I watch him a lot. Is probably Cam Sutton. You know, I really like to watch him, and like he was coached by Coach Martinez a lot too. So Coach Martinez just give me tips on him a lot, and get to see like some of his stuff from way back when he was here at Tennessee, and just see how the tradition played through him and stuff like that. I like to see him a lot.
And you both were making plays in the same stadium. Of course, he played for the Steelers, and you got to play where the Steelers play. Right. All right, Jalen, you've had time to think. You've been in the program 3 years. You should have been the first guy. Kamal's been here a blink, and he popped off a guy really quick.
Yeah, I'll probably say T. Martin. Not, I know he's a quarterback, but just to have the opportunity to be coached by him when he was here, I love that guy. He's a great dude on and off the field, great coach. So I'll probably say T. Martin.
All right, next question, Swain, is from Wayne Starnes. It's for Kamal Hadden. What has made you gain the confidence to lock down whoever lines up across from you because it shows with your play?
Really, what give me the confidence is just like that's what type of person I am. Like that's what helps me play. Is when I, use my emotions and just let play with my passion. That's what gets me in the rhythm and get my swagger. At cornerback, you gotta have swagger because you're going to get beat. You want to be perfect, but it's not going to be perfect. You want to win every rep, but you're not going to win every rep. So you got to have something in your back pocket to have, in that mindset. I can really do this, or I can lock him up, each play in and each play out. But honestly, it comes within the work ethic. I know the work I put in, and I know the stuff that I've done without cameras around, and just when it's me. So I put in a lot of work. So that's what brings the confidence on the field because I know how I'm going to react when I get in that situation.
Question from Wayne for Jalen. How has the extra weight from the work in the weight room helped you?
Yeah, I put on about 10 pounds. And just from last year to this year, I'll say just as far as I can see it in my routes, when defenders come and they try to put hands on you, I don't shy away from contact, and another thing I'll just say, when the ball is in my hand, just having that confidence where I don't have to make a move. Sometimes I can just get vertical and just get +2. So just knowing, the work I put in and especially with the weight, that's one thing I always had to work on. So, it's definitely made me more of a confident player. So I just got to keep continue doing that.
Jalen, why are you lying, Jalen? Like 10 pounds, like you put on like 20 pounds. Like you actually have a chest this year.
Yeah. I'm me, man. I'm always stay humble, and
you no longer have to use that hair to make weight.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to cut it. It's getting long. It is getting long. I need to cut it. But like I said, though, with the weight, man, it definitely made me a different player.
What else we got here, Swain? You got another question here?
Do you all believe more quarterbacks will fear the Vols now? I'm guessing that question is for Kamal.
Man, honestly, I don't want them to. I don't want them to be feared. I want them to go out there, and think they can, do whatever that they plan to do, because that gives us more opportunity. Like our offense, we be on the field a lot. People say, that we be on the field a lot, but we like that. As a defense, we love to be on the field because we get more chances to turn the ball over. We get more chances to get after the quarterback. So even if they don't fear us, we would like it because, we can show them that we can get after them, and then that's when they do fear us. They pull off a little bit and we don't get to show everything we can do. So
this question from Wade Rouse. Do you guys like playing when kneeling is checkered, and what's your favorite part of game day?
Oh no, we love playing it when it's checkered. I think that just brings energy to everybody. Once we see them checkerboards, it's time to go. That's time we see it. And really, I think I like when we do the white and orange all the way around, especially with checkerboards on the field. Man, it's definitely a different environment. Definitely a different environment. I love it.
I just love it. Everything about, game day, just being around that many people. Like I said, I come from a JUCO where we played, with probably like 30 people there. You can hear everybody talking on the field. So that's real fun. I love when it's
slow clap.
So I love when it's checkerboard. And my favorite part of game day is probably running through the tee, because you're hyped up. But like running through the tee is different. You get to see everything and you just get to I take a slow glance around the whole stadium, like, I'm really here. Or, this place really packed out, just to see us play. So that's probably my favorite part.
Who was a player to watch that came in this year's class? This is from Chris Foster. So give us a young player, each one of y'all, maybe a freshman that, you see maybe he's not ready yet, or maybe he is ready right now, and we haven't seen him yet, but you guys have seen him every day in practice.
I can go first with Christian Harrison. He's a real young guy, real, body's the part, mind's the part, technique, he's ready. It's just he's going to have his time where, he got to showcase his potential. And, he's done that in practice. We've seen it a few times, and, I really seen it because I'm with him every day. So yeah, that's a young guy that I know he's going to make plays for the Vols real soon. So.
Yeah, and I'll say Squirrel White. You know, once we get his confidence up, and once he, you know how freshmen are. Once we get him out the freshman mindset, get his confidence up, and he starts listening to Pope and starts doing what he knows what he can do. He can be a real dangerous player. I mean, we're talking about a guy who can take something to the house anytime. So, like I said, we just need to get his confidence right, and he's gonna be a great player.
All right, this from Crazy Nugs. I want to know where Jalen gets his sweet threads from. That purple suit I saw at the opener was sweet.
Real smooth.
Yeah, I got it from Anthony Mason. It's based in Atlanta, Georgia. I go there for my custom suits. I get them all tailored and done. I got some more coming that's going to be smooth, but I'm saving for the big games. You know, when it's time to really put on the pads and really go for real. So, you know, I'm saving the big ones for that. But I got some nice ones coming.
We gotta get y'all a NIL deal with that hair, man. Y'all got some beautiful hair, especially you, Jalen. You got some nice hair, man. Like Troy Polamalu from the Steelers, and then Kamal, you got that hang time too, man. So we gotta get you guys a NIL deal, maybe with a barbershop around here or some hair product. Also, you get on it.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah,
we need that. I'm tired of paying for retweets.
Oh man, we got to get y'all hooked up with Zakai Ziegler, man. He got the deals. He got that good hair, so we got to get you guys hooked up with him.
Most def.
Swain, you got your NIL deals for your suits.
Yeah, but that's suits, man. That ain't got nothing to do with hair. I'm jealous.
Well, you don't have hair, Jason, so that don't. And neither do I. I mean,
I know.
Slowly leaving right up here.
I know. Hey, Eric Cross wants to know you guys' favorite uniform combination.
Ooh, I'll go first. I'll say, you know, I love the black ones we had last year, but I have a feeling, you know, this year we got some ones coming. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Am I allowed to say it? Come on, or is that constant?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
But I'm really hoping this. I got my mind stuck on some ones that, you know, nobody really seen yet. So
you talking about the smoky grays?
We already know.
Everybody knows about the smoky grays.
I was making sure, but yeah, I'm ready to rock them smoky grays. That's the first thing I wanted to do. You know, time I got here, we never had a chance for Pruitt, but you know, having that chance this year, I can't wait.
What about a black helmet with the black jerseys?
That's even better. That's even better.
There's Josh Dobbs in the smoky grays. That was in the Music City Bowl.
That's probably the one that I'm really looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna look real sweet in that.
Especially in that 5, man. Yeah.
You got out of that 13.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You left that to Wesley Walker. You said, "Here, you take that, Wesley. I'm taking 5."
Yeah, Wesley. He looked good in that too.
He looked good when he got that sack the other day, didn't he?
Most definitely.
Jason, you got anything else for him before we get him out the door?
Man, I'm just, it's good to have you guys on. I thought you guys did a great job, and keep making plays, keep being humble. I know you guys are, and continue to be hungry. And man, we look forward to seeing you guys continue to make plays on a big stage. I know you guys prepare for it, and I said this last week to the 2 we had. I say it again this week, man. A lot of guys who play here before you. Really proud of how you guys have handled your business and what you're doing out there representing the Power T. So keep it up.
Appreciate it.
That's Wayne. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Guys, we appreciate it. That was Jalen Hyatt and Kamal Hadden. Thanks to them for joining us on Tennessee Prime tonight. We're going to take our last break, and we'll come back with the final segment of Tennessee Prime. That coming up next on 99.1 The Sports Animal and on Volquest on YouTube.
Where's the chick?
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, It's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game. It's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Welcome back to Tennessee Prime, fried up each week by our friends at Gus's, world famous fried chicken on Sutherland Avenue. Make sure you check them out. They do a phenomenal job catering. Get in there and have some food in store, pick it up to go. They do a great job. I mean, it is just top notch at Gus's, world famous fried chicken over there on Sutherland Avenue. And don't forget, Volquest, $1 for 1 year. That's the new deal as we have transitioned to the On3 Sports Network. And if you've not checked out Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal, if you listen on 99.1 every week, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3, it's a great listen. But if you're sitting there and you got a little iPad beside of you in your work cubicle and your boss is okay with it, or you're at home on a day off, don't just listen. Tune into the YouTube channel for 99.1 The Sports Animal. Josh and Swain are on there now. Jason has done a great job of bringing a video element to the Sports Animal, and that show is, getting so many listens every day. I mean, it's rocking it out in that 12 to 3 time slot. So make sure you listen to Josh and Swain every day. Jason, Akron coming up this week. What players are you watching for that did not play last week? I mean, Josh Josephs did not see the field last week after flashing in week 1. He would be one for me. And then I think it's a guy that did play last week, but I think it's important for him to play more this week and flash even more as a guy like Wesley Walker.
Yeah, I like Wesley Walker, man. Like what he's able to do. Got a chance to kind of meet his folks first game, Ball State. And I'm just happy that they're here. I know they're happy to be here. But a guy that I'm looking at is Dylan Sampson. I mean, think about, play in front of him, put the ball on the ground twice. And here's an opportunity for him. Kind of show up and show out and show that he can be trusted moving forward. And physically, he's going to stand out because – the competition, but he can show his coaches that pass set, he knows where to go. He can, protect the football. He can make moves, hit off some explosive plays. I think this is a great opportunity for Dylan Sampson, a guy that had a really, really good fall camp for a true freshman. A lot of guys are swimming in the deep end and can't swim. A lot of guys are trying to drink water from a fire hydrant as a freshman, and it takes time to get used to it. But for Sampson, man, he looked like he had been here for a while. He was balling out, looked comfortable, making guys miss, taking it the distance. So I want to see him, man. I want to see him. I think we should have plenty of opportunities for him to get in early. It's there for the taking for him for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you look at, Dylan as a player, as you said, he has been kind of gifted an opportunity from Jalen Wright because Jalen did put the ball on the ground the first 2 games. And the coaches need to know that they can trust, those players in crunch time, to tote the rock, not turn it over. And Jalen, honestly, had really been running the ball well against Pittsburgh, more effectively, honestly, than Jabari Small when he fumbled on what was, they went under center. I mean, everybody's like, they're under center. And, he picks up the first down and then he coughs it up. I mean, So, I don't disagree, man. Dylan Sampson's got an opportunity, if he can hold on to the ball Saturday, to maybe, earn or prove that he deserves more playing time in meaningful games like Florida next week. And, and he'll definitely have that opportunity.
I got more for you, AP. How about Kamal Hadden, Christian Harrison? I remember seeing him first week, going one-on-ones and his technique and releases. And he was right there with guys who are playing right now on Saturdays for Tennessee in the 1 deep. So Christian Harrison had a little bit of an injury, which kind of held him back a little bit. But you can tell he knows his stuff and he's been mentored by a Super Bowl champion in his father. And then AP, I want to see more of that Joe Milton, Jimmy Holiday connection. That
agreed.
Oh man, that throw he made against Ball State. Like, I don't think people really understand how great a throw that was on a dig route. It hit Holiday in stride, and Holiday just took it the distance. He never had to slow down one bit, didn't have to catch the ball out of his catch radius. Joe Milton, man, delivered a strike. I want to see Joe a little bit more, man. Continue to show people he has that touch, along with the big arm. He looks more comfortable. I want to see that Joe Milton, Jimmy Holiday connection for sure.
Yeah, I agree, and here's why. Because, Hendon's your starter, right? But you're a play away as the backup quarterback, and you need Joe to stay relatively engaged. And I think he is anyways, but I think you need him to stay sharp. And I mean game sharp. It's one thing to go out there and practice, but Monday through Thursday during the season, they're not doing a whole lot of 11-on-11 work. It's hard for the backup quarterback to get any kind of real reps, in my opinion, where he stays kind of game ready. So I agree. I think this game's big for him because, if Hendon plays well, you're probably not going to play against Florida, and then your bye week, then at LSU. I mean, your next time to play Joe, unless you're getting blown out yourself, is if you're blowing somebody else out. Not sure that's really doable until maybe the UT Martin game in October. So I think this game's big to kind of keep Joe engaged, keep him sharp, keep him fresh, and I think it's big to because you never know, and you want Joe to be playing confident and be playing loose if he were to have to come into a football game at any point.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, like Ball State, everybody played, man. Taven Jackson played, Navy Shula played. I think they
played every quarterback. They
got some quarterback. Brett House played quarterback too, I think, in the Ball State game. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody play. And I got a lot of respect for walk-ons and third team guys, whatever, because they all put in work. They all play hard, and most of them don't get a chance to play on Saturdays. And here's an opportunity for them to get out there in the field, make some plays, have some fun, and go out there and show people, hey, man, I've put in work too. So first team guys, take care of business. Take care of business. Allow these other guys to get in there and have fun and make plays as well. AP, got about 2 minutes, man. It's Tuesday. It's time to kind of flush the Pittsburgh game. And you got Akron coming up, and boy, they got smacked by Michigan State. But it's another opportunity. It's another opportunity to go out there and fix some of the things that kind of gave us some issues against Pittsburgh. AP, I do think there are some things you can fix. I know the competition is not the same as Pitt or Florida, but there are some things that can be corrected, like punt return, can be corrected. Maybe some alignment issues can be corrected. We had some pre-snap penalties there. Those are things that can be corrected. It doesn't matter who the competition is, AP.
No, that's right, and that's 100% correct. It doesn't matter who it is. You just got to fine tune everything. I think it's a real opportunity to do so, and that's why this Akron game is important. You don't want to overlook them. You want to come dressed. You want to take care of business. Get in, get out, get your work done. Let some of those younger guys get ready to play. Don't forget Josh and Swain tomorrow. Got a phenomenal guest coming on the show, that being me. And Jason, I'll let you throw us out of here, my friend.
Yeah, well, I want to know and tell the good people what time you're going to join us so we can all set an alarm and make sure that we don't miss it, man. Just tell everybody what time you're going to join us.
1:30.
So AP is going to join us tomorrow at 1:30. And make sure you set your alarm for next week at 7 p.m. Eastern time, because Tennessee Prime will be back right here on the same channel, right here on these airways, 991, The Sports Animal. For Austin Price of Volquest.com, now with On 3. I am Jason Swain. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for making Tennessee Prime part of your evening, and hope you have a great night. God bless.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee, with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
The game has changed and Spire Sports is here. With name, image, and likeness arriving, your Orange fandom can now be put into action. Visit thevolunteerclub.com and become a member. 90% of every dollar generated through the Volunteer Club, powered by Spire, will go directly to athletes to improve the student-athlete experience at Tennessee. It's not just about winning the next game. It's about next season. It's about the next generation. It's about the Tennessee legacy. Join at thevolunteerclub.com. That's thevolunteerclub.com.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard. Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.